Good morning, everyone. We are again here with a live daily bread on the road up in northern Michigan, but we are still here at Harvested Financial talking about the markets and looking at interesting opportunities. So before I get into it, brief disclosures that nothing as part of this will constitute financial advice. It is not a specific recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Harvested Financial uses multiple different methods of analysis to make recommendations for our client portfolios, which are not totally discussed in their entirety here. You should discuss any investment decisions with your financial advisor, and this is solely meant for the purposes of education. So while we get into that, now that we've gotten into that, I should say, let's start looking at some opportunities in the market. So what are we looking at here on today, Wednesday, January 20th? Well, first off, happy Inauguration Day to everyone. We have a new administration coming into the Oval Office today, and the markets are relatively calm looking at that. So I'm looking at SPY up $22.40, 62 basis points. I'm looking at IWM up $1.30, 60 basis points. And I'm looking at QQQ leading the charge up $4.26, which would be 130 basis points. So seeing a lot of, just positive drift up here in the markets. We were up yesterday and we continue to be up today. So what am I looking at? Well, I'm not just looking at a name that's been drifting up. I'm looking at a name that has been charging up. And let me share my screen so I can talk a little bit about what's going on in Gamestop. So Gamestop has been absolutely unstoppable over the last several weeks, and we're going to look at how you might manage playing a continued bullishness here, but without necessarily buying the stock. And we're going to do a little bit of a call spread swap here. So I'm going to look out to February. So the main February expiration is about 30 days out right now. And what I am going to do is I'm going to look to enter a zero basis trade. And I'm going to do a zero basis trade, or approximately zero basis, by selling a put spread to buy a call spread. So this gives me a pretty clear directional bent. I'm hoping that call spread lands in the money and I get my full value out of it. And obviously I'm hoping my short put spread doesn't get, if the stock runs down, my short put spread is going to be fully in the money, and that's where my loss is. But overall, I'm able to enter this trade for approximately even, or at least that's what I'm going to go for. So with GameStop trading actually right around where it was yesterday, it's almost dead even. So it's right around 40. I'm going to look down at the 35-30 put spread. So if I sell the 35-30 put spread, I've got a midpoint of about 250 right now. Now note, these markets are somewhat wide, 20 cents wide on the long leg and 45 cents wide on the short leg. So there's quite a bit of cushion in there. Execution quality matters. Want to be paying attention to that when we're selling that put spread. Trying to get that as close to 250 as possible. Of course, and then I'm going to look to the upside. So, I gave myself about $5 a cushion on the downside. Let's go about that same amount to the upside. So in this case, trading right around 39. Well, this baby moves. We're already down 60 cents from when I started this trade. But I'm going to look at the 45-50 call spread. And actually, I can get that for only about 70 cents. So, seeing that I can get that for only 70 cents, what if I pull my number in a little bit? Because remember, I want to do this for about even. So I'm going to look for a call spread, about a $5 vertical. So I have that sort of even risk reward that I can get for about 240. So if I buy the 42s for 640, I need to collect about 430 against that. If I actually go with the 41s, I can pull that even closer. With these markets moving, it is interesting. So 41, 46, looking like I'm getting that trade for, my midpoint's $1 credit, but actually actually getting that trade off, you might be a little bit closer to even. But let's compare the risk reward of these two $5 verticals. So I got the 41.46 call spread on. I'm going to make $5 if GameStop goes above 46 bucks. The way this has been going, it certainly could. However, on the downside, I've financed that by selling some downside risk. So, while I could potentially make $500 on the upside, I could lose $500 on the downside if GameStop trades below 30. If GameStop is going to be between 35 and 41, nothing happens. It's the amount that you collected or paid on the trade. So if you think there's, some room to run up, and you want to take the downside risk. So we sold the downside to buy the upside. That's how we get the even money trade. If you want to take some downside risk to lean into the upside here, here's a great way to potentially make, $500 if GameStop continues to pop, while risking only about 500 if it goes to the downside. It was a little different than where we totally entered the trade, given that stock's down $1 in the last 5 minutes. But the downside risk, starts around $3.50 away, and your upside starts coming in actually around $2.50. So your upside is going to start kicking in over 41. So anywhere over 41, you start making a profit, which is about $2.50 from where we are now. Whereas you do have that 350 cushion on the downside. So these really high implied volatility names do present some interesting opportunities. And in many senses, this is a little bit skewed to the upside. You have a less dollar distance to go that way. But this has had a big run up. So we want to be wary of the $5 spread risk we have on the downside. So thank you all so much for joining us today. We are turning out trades like this every single morning here at 9:35 Central, 8:35 Eastern time. You can also check us out on our Twitter at harvested_DAFE, because we believe derivatives are for everyone. These types of trades fit exactly into our systematic strategy execution, and we are rolling trades like this for our clients every day. So be sure to check us out, the first options robo-advisor, Harvested Financial. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, follow us on Twitter, or even join our Facebook group. So thank you all for tuning in.